the sudden buzz that shook the K-pop scene. It started with a single cryptic post on Instagram, a blurred photo of a recording studio, a caption that simply read, "Chosen. Perfection takes time." Within minutes, fans began connecting the dots. The post belonged to producer Kang Ji-hun, a name that carries weight in South Korea's music industry. Known for producing some of the country's most iconic hits and working with artists like IU, Zico, and Taehyung, Kang Ji-hun's next collaboration was bound to be massive. But no one expected what came next. Hours later, an insider leak from a reputable entertainment journalist revealed that Taehyung, V of BTS, had been personally chosen by the producer for his next major solo project, bypassing every other member of BTS. The news hit social media like an explosion. The hashtag producer Kang chose Taehyung trended worldwide on X, formerly Twitter. Fans were stunned, thrilled, and confused all at once. Why only Taehyung? What did this mean for the rest of BTS? Rumors began spiraling out of control, from secret studio sessions in Seoul to whispers of a hidden project that had been in the works since early 2025. Industry insiders claimed that Kang had been following Taehyung's solo career closely, especially after his emotional and jazz-infused album, Layover, set new artistic standards in K-pop. Inside the decision. Why Taehyung? According to several anonymous sources from the production team, Kang Ji-hun had been quietly scouting Taehyung for nearly a year. "He's different," one insider said. "He doesn't just sing, he interprets emotions." That's what Kang wanted, an artist who could go beyond pop trends. Producer Kang himself broke his silence 3 days later with a brief statement through his agency, Novatone Music. "I have the deepest respect for BTS as a group. However, my upcoming project required a voice that could carry both sorrow and serenity, and Kim Taehyung embodies that duality perfectly." That statement ignited another wave of discussion. Fans praised Kang's honesty, but some couldn't help but feel uneasy. Would this choice create tension among BTS members, or was it simply a professional collaboration, unrelated to the group's unity? Meanwhile, ARMY, BTS's devoted fanbase, began dissecting Taehyung's recent social media activity. They noticed subtle hints, studio selfies, cryptic captions like "something beautiful is coming," and stories featuring snippets of ambient jazz. It seemed clear Taehyung had been preparing something big long before the announcement broke. BTS's reactions: silence or strategy? When the news reached fans, their next question was inevitable. How would the other BTS members respond? Jungkook, known for his close friendship with Taehyung, didn't comment publicly, but liked a post congratulating him on the collaboration. Jimin posted a photo of the sky with the caption, "Shine bright, my friend," which fans quickly interpreted as a subtle show of support. However, neither RM, Jin, Suga, nor J-Hope addressed the situation directly. Some fans speculated that Big Hit Music, BTS's label, might have instructed them to remain quiet until official details were released. Entertainment critics, however, viewed their silence as strategic. "This is a normal industry pattern," Han So-eun, a K-pop columnist, said. "Taehyung's solo project doesn't mean division, it highlights BTS's evolution. Each member's growth adds to the group's legacy." Still, the emotional weight of the announcement could not be denied. For fans who had seen BTS as inseparable, the idea of a major producer choosing only one member felt bittersweet. The producer's vision, beyond K-pop. In an exclusive interview with the Korea Herald, producer Kang Ji-hun elaborated on his upcoming album, though he refused to give away specific details. "It's not just K-pop," he said. "It's cinematic music. It's sound that paints." He revealed that Taehyung would serve as the centerpiece of the project, the main vocal and visual muse for an entire conceptual album that blends orchestral compositions with modern R&B and experimental sound design. Rumors suggested that the working title of the album was Ethereal, the Voice of the Void. The project would reportedly feature a mix of Korean and English lyrics, and filming for the music videos had already begun in Jeju Island and Tokyo. For many, this collaboration marked a bold turning point, both for Taehyung as a solo artist and for Korean pop as a global art form. The fans, from excitement to anxiety. As details of the project began to surface, ARMY found themselves torn between excitement and unease. Fan forums lit up with debates. Some fans celebrated the recognition Taehyung was receiving, while others worried this might create division among BTS supporters. Twitter threads multiplied by the hour. "This isn't about favoritism," one fan wrote. "It's about art. Taehyung has a unique voice that deserves spotlight." Yet others countered, "Producer Kang should have involved more BTS members. They're stronger together." In South Korea, street billboards congratulating Taehyung began popping up, funded by fan bases across Asia. International media like Rolling Stone Japan and Billboard started covering the phenomenon, calling it the most anticipated cross-artist collaboration of 2025.
Behind closed doors, what Big Hit really thinks. While fans speculated endlessly online, insiders revealed that Big Hit Music was actually supportive of the project. They understand the value of independence, one source close to the label shared. Taehyung's success benefits the group as a whole. The source also mentioned that Taehyung had been working closely with Big Hit's creative team to align the concept with his personal artistry. Unlike typical K-pop management systems that control every detail, this project gave Taehyung rare creative freedom. A leaked internal memo even described the collaboration as a global artistic experiment that could redefine Korean solo music. Industry experts predict that the release will coincide with BTS's reunion timeline, symbolizing that solo strength doesn't weaken group unity, but enhances it. Recording process, the sound of intimacy. Inside Novatone's private studio in Gangnam, Taehyung reportedly spent endless nights refining his vocals. The producer insisted on analog recording methods, using vintage microphones and live string ensembles. He wanted imperfection, a sound engineer shared anonymously. Taehyung's voice cracks, his breath, everything was left raw. Kang said that was truth in sound. The sessions were deeply emotional. One assistant described moments when Taehyung would stop singing mid-take, close his eyes, and whisper, "Let me feel it again." From the little that leaked online, fans already noticed a darker, more cinematic tone, something between classic Korean balladry and Western soul. Every note, every pause seemed to echo the maturity Taehyung had developed since BTS's hiatus. The teaser that broke the internet. On October 2nd, 2025, Novatone dropped a 15-second teaser clip titled Project E, The Sound of Solitude. It featured Taehyung standing in a dimly lit forest, his voice humming a haunting melody. Within an hour, the teaser hit 15 million views on YouTube. ARMY and general K-pop fans flooded comment sections with theories, dissecting every second of the clip. Music analysts praised the teaser's cinematic tone, calling it a sensory experience and proof that Taehyung's artistry transcends idol culture. Hashtags like #VXKangjihoon, #ProjectE, and #TaehyungChosen dominated global trends for 2 consecutive days. The teaser alone had already positioned the collaboration as the most talked about artistic project of the year. The official reveal, unity amid difference. Finally, on October 10th, Novatone and Big Hit released a joint statement. Kim Taehyung will lead the conceptual album Ethereal in collaboration with producer Kang Ji-hoon. This project is an exploration of human emotion, not a separation from BTS, but an expansion of artistry. To everyone's relief, BTS's official account reposted the announcement with the caption, "Always proud, always together." Jungkook even appeared briefly during a behind-the-scenes livestream, joking, "I tried to sneak into the studio, but they said it was Taehyung's secret zone." The camaraderie reassured fans. This was not competition, but evolution. BTS was still a family, even as each member pursued individual dreams. Beyond shock, the birth of a new era. When Ethereal was finally released worldwide, it shattered records. It debuted at #1 in over 60 countries, praised for its emotional honesty and haunting production. Critics from The Guardian to Billboard hailed it as a masterpiece that defies pop convention. The lead single, The Void Sings, topped charts and earned Taehyung nominations across major music awards. But more than success, what truly stood out was the message that individuality and unity can coexist. Producer Kang Ji-hoon's decision to choose Taehyung wasn't about favoritism, exclusion, or competition. It was a reminder that art transcends boundaries, even those drawn by fame, fandom, or fear. His choice revealed what many in the industry had overlooked, that every member of BTS carries a different light, and sometimes a particular light must shine alone to illuminate the path for others. In the months following Ethereal's release, interviews and documentaries began to explore the deeper meaning behind the collaboration. Kang described Taehyung as a mirror to the soul, an artist who doesn't perform emotion but lives it. Critics echoed the sentiment, calling him the bridge between classic and contemporary, human and divine.